And finally, on to the main event. Deiveson Figueiredo, the 125-pound flyweight champion, currently taking on the challenger, Brandon Moreno. Assassin, baby. Brandon Moreno comes into this. This is a quick turnaround for both guys. They fought
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
By the time they take the walk.
By the time they take the walk. Moreno coming into this fight 18-5-1 draw, 4-0-1 draw in his last 5, so he's looked very good as of lately. And overall, he's a pretty tough, gritty fighter. He's very well-rounded, an unorthodox striker. He's got pretty good boxing. His BJJ is exceptional. While it is a brown belt, he has 10 career submissions thus far. So he's pretty good at locking in and finishing the submission. He scrambles well, which will bode him well in this fight. And he's incredibly durable. He's never been finished. He's never been submitted or knocked out. But Deiveson
never fought someone like Figgy Smalls.
Yeah, Figgy Smalls. Deiveson Figueiredo is an absolute savage. He is, as I mentioned, the defending flyweight champ. He's 20-1. He's now won 5 straight, and he has looked especially incredible as of late. He has yet to show any real weaknesses. I mean, I feel like he's incredible everywhere. On the feet, he's aggressive. He's powerful. He's got that one-punch knockout power. He's got 9 career knockouts, which show that.
At 125 pounds, you have 9 knockouts. That's nuts. Insane.
And we saw that against Benavidez. I mean, that shot, like he catches people and then they just go down.
And at least with the first fight against Benavidez, I mean, it was going to be a TKO or submission. He eventually submitted him, so that doesn't go as a TKO in his record. But he was beating the brakes off him. Both breaks, all 4 breaks, So, crazy power at 125.
Yeah,
and he comes to finish. That's what I love to watch. A lot of guys at the lighter weight classes, sometimes when the finish is there, when it presents itself, they're able to take it. But many times, you do see decisions and maybe not the most spectacular finish. But this guy comes to finish the fight. It's only 3 decisions for a 125 pounder.
Yeah,
insane.
Only 3 decisions. And not only that, not just lightweights, but just guys who are at that level. If you're fighting for the title, a lot of times they will not take those risks. So you couple that incredible power on the feet with his wrestling. His wrestling is very impressive. We saw that against Benavidez as well. I mean, Benavidez is a very good wrestler, and he out-grappled him. I thought
he was a way stronger guy.
Yeah, he just kind of big brothered him. His Brazilian jiu-jitsu is also nasty. He's got a black belt. He's got 8 career subs, and like you said, he's a finisher. He's really good at when it's there. He'll lock it in. Again, going back to the Benavidez fight, it was nasty the way he put on that the rear naked choke.
Both times.
What was the first one? What was the first one?
Yeah, he had rear naked
that
too.
Was a rear naked.
And Benavidez did a great job to escape it, but then he got it again.
And then he got it. Yeah. The one question I do have, and this is almost like picking at just if I can find anything, we haven't seen him Figueiredo in championship rounds. So will he gas? You never know. We have seen Brandon Moreno in championship rounds, and while he did lose a 5-round decision, it's been a little bit. I forget who he fought. He's shown that he does have the stamina to do it. He does have a TKO victory in round 4 on his record, so he's shown that he can be dangerous in those championship rounds. But Figueiredo has not gone to championship rounds because he's finished everybody. There's a reason. And just like we were talking about a little bit earlier in the podcast, just because he hasn't done it doesn't mean that he can't. So I think that Moreno is so tough that I think that he will be able to last the full 5 rounds, but I think that Figueiredo is so good everywhere and just better than Moreno everywhere, a little bit more polished and just better. I think that Figueiredo wins. I'm going with decision win. But same thing like I always say, path to victory. Do you see Moreno submitting Figueiredo? Nope. No. You see him knocking him out? No. Not.
How does he win in points if he has to be in there with the killer for 25 minutes like Deiveson Figueiredo?
I mean, maybe Figueiredo gasses 4th or 5th round, but
that means Brandon had to win one of the first 3.
Yeah, even then.
You know what I mean? So you get to kind of a tricky area when you're trying to decide how Moreno gets it done. I do like Brandon Moreno a lot. I think he does a lot of good things inside the octagon.
It's fun to watch.
He is very unorthodox. He can hit you from strikes from a lot of different areas and does seem to carry some power. Does have sneaky submissions. Is a great scrambler. I just like we talked about Charles Oliveira and my view on him. I just think that at this point in their career, Figueiredo has come into his own.
Hitting his stride,
He
man.
is a pound for pound, a couple more wins, he'll be right there in pound for pound best in UFC type of conversation. He's absolutely on a roll. He just seems supremely confident. He's supremely skilled, like you said, everywhere. He has no weaknesses.
Yeah, we have yet to see a weakness.
And going into those Benavidez fights, people thought, well, okay, maybe Figueiredo on the feet, but if it comes to grappling, we got Joey B. And no, that wasn't the case. He looked like a big brother throwing around little brother in there.
Wasn't even close.
So I just think for this fight, I just think where both these guys are, and just seeing them compete, just a couple weeks ago, I think Figueiredo keeps it going. I think that your decision call is a pretty good one, but I think he's able to get a late stoppage in this one. I think maybe fourth round. I think he'll put enough damage on Moreno. He's going to hit him with something clean in that fourth round, and the damage accumulation is going to add up. And I think he's going to be able to get another stoppage. Which, if he does, that's really impressive because Moreno is so tough. So that even that would speak to just how fucking good he is. He's a savage. Well, that about does it for this part of the podcast. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some payment pick'em.